Hi everyone, Allison here. Welcome to my office. We're going to talk today about something that every new nurse deals with and gets totally blamed for, which is poor time management. But here's the truth. Most new nurses don't lack time management skills. Get that out of your head. That's not what the problem is. You're literally practicing emergency level triage in a system that throws 20 tasks at you at once. So it's not that you can't manage your time, it's that the workload is unmanageable unless you learn how to prioritize like a sniper. So I'm going to break down a few real-world strategies that experienced nurses use and that new nurses aren't taught. The first strategy is going to flip your brain. I want you to stop trying to do everything and do the right things first. Okay? Repeat after me. Stop trying to do everything. Do the right things first. So every time something hits your brain, I want you to ask yourself, will someone be harmed if I don't do this right now? If yes, go ahead and go do it. If no, it goes into the later or delegate bucket. And that mind shift alone can save your sanity. The second strategy is to use what I call the 3-2-1 rule, especially when everything feels urgent. I want you to identify 3 must-do tasks. These include things like time-sensitive meds, unstable vitals, codes, and then I want you to identify 2 should-do tasks, and those are things like charting and follow-up assessments, and then 1 nice-to-do task, and that's all the fluff and the perfection stuff. So when you walk in feeling overwhelmed, I want you to stop and identify your 3-2-1. Everything else gets scheduled after those. Third strategy is learning how to batch your care. So instead of sprinting back and forth and back and forth and back and forth between rooms all day, which new nurses do tend to do because they get pulled here, there, and everywhere, I want you to start learning how to cluster your work. So for example, you go into room 4, you give the med, you do a quick set of vitals, you ask them, is there anything else you need while I'm here? And then you go and chart for 10 minutes straight. No distractions at all unless a patient is crashing. I want you to understand that constant interruption will kill more time than any charting ever will. And that leads me into the fourth strategy, which is I want you to practice saying, give me 5 minutes. One of the biggest differences between new nurses and experienced nurses is that experienced nurses buy themselves time. They don't drop critical tasks just because someone yells, hey, can you come over here for a sec? They say, absolutely, give me 5 minutes to finish what I'm doing. And that's not rude, that's protecting patient safety. So practice it. I want you to say, absolutely, give me 5 minutes to finish what I'm doing. And then you can go and help. Or by then they may have gone off and found somebody else who was free. So practice, practice, practice. And the last strategy, I want you to ask for backup before you're underwater. If you have to start delaying your must-do tasks or you're losing track because your list is too long, that's your cue to call it. So that is when you would go to the charge nurse and say something like, I've got 2 unstable patients and admit coming in. Can someone take over pain reassessments so I can stay on top of the criticals? And a good charge nurse will jump on that immediately. So no, you're not bad at time management. You're working in a high-stakes, understaffed pressure cooker. And the key is learning strategic prioritization and saying, not right now, to anything that doesn't impact safety. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a quick share of my screen here because I have created for you an ebook that you'll be able to download using the link down below this video, and it's called Time Management Isn't the Problem, Task Overload Is, and here's how to survive it. So the first page is going to be your new nurse cheat sheet, basically the 5 strategies that I've just told you about in a 1-pager. And then after that, it's not in this version yet, but I'm going to be adding a page or 2 of real world examples in a workbookish style format. So you'll have a few examples of what to say when you're feeling overwhelmed. All right, again, down below the video, get the link. It'll just ask you for your name, first name and email, and then you'll be able to download it right away. Okay, see you next time. Hope you enjoyed this little short.